sick aero, bro. All the downforce. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a little bit of a follow-on really from yesterday's wing installation. Didn't actually sit down too long, and there's been a little bit of progress since yesterday's video already, so I'm just going to kind of go through all of that right now. I'm going to start with the wing risers. So just as a reminder of where it was left yesterday, if you haven't seen that video, it'll be in the description, so I'd recommend going and checking that out to start with. But basically we've got these risers on each side that have just been crudely cut out of acrylic, with the idea that I'd redesign those in CAD and get them cut back out of metal like the previous ones were. So what we've come up with are these right here. So these are taking the mounting points on the bottom three, and then we've got the fixing holes spaced out evenly above to match what we've got currently, and then kind of merged in between the two. So that's what these look like at the moment, which I think look pretty cool. So what I've done moving on from that is I've actually gone and printed them out. Didn't have a big enough printer, so I've sectioned it across 4 separate sheets of A4, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go and quickly lay this up on the ones that are currently on there, so you can see what these look like. So I'm just going to do that now quickly. So that's what these are potentially going to look like when they turn up. Now, eagle-eyed people will notice that actually the mounting holes at the top have moved ever so slightly from where they are on the black ones. Now, I've done 2 different versions of this. This is version 1, which actually moves the wing back ever so slightly, because I wanted to see actually what that would look like, but without any extra acrylic material. Didn't have a chance to be able to do that, unfortunately. So what I've done is I've just risked it, and I've designed this one with them back, and then another one designed with them further forward, in the same position as they are currently on the wing. But I think they look pretty bloody cool. So yeah, so this whole thing will hang back ever so slightly. They're going to be made from aluminium, and they are 5mm thick. Previous ones were 6mm, but I always felt they were a little bit too thick, and really there's so much rigidity, we'll get that right, on them, that I think 5mm will be absolutely fine. So anyway, so that's an update on these. These are being made. This is what they're going to look like. It's 2 different sets, so we'll, once those turn up at a later date. So moving on from this, we're going to move on to end plates. So end plates were a little bit easier, because really all I've done is just start drawing out stuff on pieces of card and then cutting them out. But I think this is the style that I'm going to be going for. So I'm going to order some sheets of carbon fibre, and then I'm just going to cut those up into the profile that I want, sand down all the edges, and then reseal them and clear coat over the top. So this is what this is going to look like. So I'm trying to move around as best I can. So I think that kind of suits the overall aesthetic of the car really, and I think from the front angle, difficult, but it's still been in the garage, I think that looks pretty good. So that's what's going on with those end plates. So moving on from the wing stuff, and something that I've been teasing a little bit on my Instagram at the moment, is creating some front vents for the fenders on my car. Always quite liked the sort of GT3 RS look, where they've got the vents in the front wheel arches, and in motorsport as well, I think, for cooling down the tyres and the brakes. What I've been doing is I've been coming up with my own style for this car, which hopefully you guys quite like the look of, so I'm just going to show that now. So this is what I've come up with, which is this one here. So basically what I've done is I've taken scan data, created sections through the scan data, which gave me a profile, which was this profile underneath. And then what I've been able to do from that in the software is then be able to build on top and start to piece together what this vent is hopefully going to look like. So what I've done from here is there was a couple of pictures where I'd kind of photoshopped it on and the rest of it, but I've gone and printed this out as well. So I'm going to lay this on top of the car, and we can see how big it is and what it's going to look like actually in situ. So this is sort of approximately where I think this is going to sit. It might be a little bit further forward, difficult, so hopefully it stays there. There we go. So This is kind of where it's going to sit on the front fender, and there'll be one for the other side obviously as well as a mirror. I think it'll probably come down about this low. So if you can imagine what you saw a minute ago with the vents that came up, basically that will happen all the way from front to back on this, all the way across. So yeah, so I think really that should look pretty damn cool. So I'm just waiting for a couple of quotes back to get it prototyped at the moment, because I haven't got anything in house like here that would be able to be big enough to print this, because it's quite a big piece. It's sort of 40 lengthways, and then I think it's about 20, just 20 at sort of its widest point. I remember if this was unfolded it would be bigger, and obviously with the volume of it as well, with the thickness, that takes up some of the space of the manufacturing volume. So this will be an interesting one when this gets made, because it should tie itself quite nicely in with everything else that's going on with this car at the moment. So one to watch out for, because I might get a couple more of these made, which will be offered up to people that like them. There's been a few people on Instagram that have contacted me regarding whether or not they'd be able to purchase them after seeing the photoshops that I did. So anyway, so that is it for these bits. Just thought I'd update on a few of the pieces that I've been doing in the background, considering we've got nothing else to do at the weekend. So really that's probably a bit shorter hopefully by the time I've edited it than a normal video. But yeah, so anyway, that were the updates on the three main pieces. We've got the uprights turning up, we've got the end plates designed and ready to go, and then we've got those front vents that I just showed you, which should hopefully be turning up in the same sort of week or so, I hope, but we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, so yeah, if you want to keep sort of in touch with all the things that are going on before videos go live, like I said, if you check out my Instagram, which I'll kind of get to show up here and it'll be at the end of the video anyway, then you can just subscribe to that and you'll see some of the stuff that's going on in anticipation for me to maybe do a video about it. So anyway, so hope everyone is well, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.